I'm Dr. Aris Thorne, ship's doctor aboard the MV Hondius, an expedition vessel built for adventure. We travel to the world's most remote corners, but today the unknown has found us. It started with Klaus, a passenger with fever and headache. Typical seasickness, I thought. The next day, a Canadian couple arrived with the same symptoms. Soon, more from their group fell ill. Fever, aches, and shortness of breath. I isolated the sick, enforced strict hygiene, and watched the ship transform into a floating infirmary. Then it clicked. Hantavirus, likely contracted in those West African caves. Alone at sea, I became the only line of defense. Hantavirus pulmonary syndrome, an invisible enemy attacking the lungs with terrifying speed. It starts like the flu, fever, chills, muscle pain. But soon, breathing becomes a desperate struggle. Klaus, my first patient, deteriorated rapidly. Oxygen levels dropping, lungs filling with fluid. The sound of crackling in his chest signaled the virus was winning. The outbreak was contained to the cave excursion group, but 17 of 22 were now sick. The ship grew silent, fear replacing laughter. Crew delivered food to cabins, following strict protocols. I managed multiple critically ill patients, rationing our limited oxygen. I had to intubate a patient in a makeshift ICU, my hands trembling but training taking over. The virus was relentless, showing no mercy. Each day brought new crises and harder choices. The healthy passengers were confined, anxiety spreading as fast as the illness. The crew's resilience was tested, but they rose to the challenge. I was operating on instinct, fueled by adrenaline and hope. Nature's power was overwhelming, our vulnerability undeniable. We were fighting for every breath. My medical bay was never meant for an outbreak like this. Oxygen was my most precious resource, and I rationed it carefully. There's no cure for hantavirus, only supportive care. I managed fevers, gave fluids, and tried to keep patients comfortable. Isolation was a challenge. We were hundreds of miles from help. I consulted with WHO specialists by satellite phone, but they could only offer advice. Supplies dwindled, equipment strained to its limits. My single ventilator became a lifeline. I improvised, turning lounges into step-down units, sterilizing and reusing what I could. The crew helped move beds and set up IVs. We became a makeshift hospital in the Atlantic. Every day was a test of ingenuity and endurance. We fought blind, armed with determination and hope. Survival depended on teamwork and grit. At night, fear crept in. The weight of responsibility was crushing. 17 lives depended on me, and the safety of all aboard rested on my shoulders. I missed my family deeply. Their photos both comfort and ache. I pushed aside thoughts of my own vulnerability to focus on my duty. Routine and discipline kept me grounded, eating, sleeping, practicing mindfulness. The crew's courage inspired me. The captain's steady leadership was a pillar of strength. I became more than a doctor, a leader, counselor, and anchor in the storm. Daily briefings and calm communication helped manage panic. I reassured passengers and crew, projecting calm even when I felt none. My composure was as vital as any medicine. We faced the crisis together, united by necessity. It was the hardest thing I've ever done, but I could not break. We changed course, now a medevac ship racing toward the Canary Islands. Spanish authorities prepared a medical response. Hope returned to the ship. The next 48 hours would be critical. I worked to keep patients stable, rationing oxygen, managing symptoms. The psychological boost of knowing help was near gave everyone strength. The crew's bravery and solidarity were unwavering. I supported them, answered questions, and checked on their well-being. We faced the ordeal together. Their heroism was extraordinary. To future medics in crisis, trust your training, instincts, and the power of calm leadership. Hold on to hope, even in darkness. We are now one day from Las Palmas. I can almost feel solid ground beneath my feet. We will make it. We have to.